We know attending events are very important, but the question inevitably arises, how do you design a trade show booth that actually performs? That's going to support your sales team, that's going to look good and draw in foot traffic and teach people about your product. Well, I'm here to tell you the truth is exhibit design is more than just graphics and layout. It's about clarity, strategy, and avoiding simple missteps that can quietly undermine your success. So in this video, we'll walk you through 7 common design mistakes we see all the time and how you can avoid them. Whether you're planning your first booth or reworking an existing one, these insights will help you create a better, more effective exhibit experience. So let's dive in. Number 1, the first mistake we see is that people skip the budget conversation. It's important to have boundaries up front when trying to get a new design for your booth. It might be a small step, but not sharing your budget up front leads to bigger problems down the road. If you don't communicate what you're comfortable spending, your design team is guessing. The result is you either get something too simple or something too ambitious that needs to be scaled back. When you're upfront about budget, your design partner can propose realistic solutions that look great and meet your goals. The second mistake we see is unclear or overloaded messaging. Now, messaging matters tremendously, but many booths either say too little or way too much. And there are usually 3 ways that this shows up. The first way is that you're not stating what your company actually does. You think it's just enough to plaster your logo onto the graphics and leave it be. But if attendees don't know who you are or what you offer within seconds, they'll move on. The second way that this comes up is that you use generic statements. So saying that we're global or customer focused, they don't help you stand out. That's what everybody on the show floor is going to be saying about their brand and their products. Instead, you need to get in the habit of talking about what really makes you different. The third way this shows up is you're trying to say everything at once. In trying to show what makes you different, you say too much. You overload your design with text or icons for every capability, every product, and every service. When what you really need to do is keep it simple and focused on what matters most. Great design is about focus, not volume. And if you're worried about what your graphics should say, our team can help you figure that out. Number 3, cramming multiple brands into one booth. If your company represents multiple brands, you've probably faced this challenge. How do you represent everything in one place? How do you find cohesion? Now, too often, we see booths where the parent company takes center stage while the brands customers actually know are minimized. Or worse, the design is so fragmented, it feels like several booths pushed together. Strong booth design unifies these stories with smart structure and clear hierarchy, so the space doesn't compete with itself. We often like to say, actually, that a booth is more than just a structure. It's a storytelling asset, something which you own, which pushes the narrative you want to drive forward. Number 4, the other design mistake that we see people make is they prioritize open access over visual impact. Now, it's natural to want your booth to be accessible from all sides, but too much openness can hurt more than help. Because without structure, like a back wall or focal point, your booth lacks a visual anchor, and people's eyes pass right through it and see your competitor's booth. So instead, design with intentional flow, include visual backdrops that pull attention inward and help guide the attendee experience. So a great booth doesn't need to be open from every angle, it needs to be engaging from every angle. Number 5, expecting one booth to fit every scenario. Modular booths are popular, but assuming one booth can do it all can be a trap. So reconfiguring a 20 by 50 island into a 10 by 20 inline isn't as simple as removing panels. Inline booths have completely different height limits and design rules. Each configuration involves compromises. The more footprints you try to support, the more diluted your original concept may become. So the solution to this, though, is to be strategic. Prioritize the formats that matter most and design with those in mind. Number 6, relying solely on the product to sell itself. We've heard this one before. Our product is so good, we don't need a fancy booth. Now, the reality is, most people walking the show don't know you yet, and they won't experience your product unless the booth draws them in. So your exhibit is often someone's first impression of your brand. A well-designed space signals professionalism and builds trust. A low-effort booth doesn't feel scrappy, it feels risky, and that's a tough look when you're competing for attention. Number 7, and the final design mistake that we see most people make, which is easily avoidable, is that they're not incorporating interactive elements. So while visuals can attract attention, the interaction keeps them there. The interaction earns their time. So whether it's a kinetic LED tile or translucent video screens, hands-on demos, or even just a wall-placed touchscreen, interactive elements invite attendees to stay longer and engage them more deeply. So try to incorporate some experiential elements into your booth. The best exhibits today aren't just seen, they're experienced. So think strategically, how can you build interaction that ties back to your message? To wrap things up, booth design isn't just about beauty. It's about function, clarity, and emotional impact. These mistakes are very common, but they're easily avoidable. If you're ready to elevate your trade show presence, we'd love to help. Visit the link in the description to connect with our team or explore more of our booth design tips right here on our channel. If you're looking for ways or ideas to add more digital and interactive elements into your booth, we've created a video right here that talks about how you can do that. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more content on booth design, event strategy, and customer experience. I'll see you on the show floor.